China has a reputation for building on a scale few countries can match. High-speed rail lines cut through mountains. Bridges stretch across terrain once considered impossible. Entire cities rise where farmland stood only years before. Yet despite the size of these developments, reliable and up-to-date information about China's newest megaprojects is surprisingly hard to find, especially in Western media. Today, we're taking a closer look at some of China's most ambitious megaprojects. Some are already complete, others are still under construction. Together, they reveal how infrastructure, technology, and long-term planning are reshaping the country's economy, geography, and daily life. In one of the busiest economic regions on Earth, China has completed a crossing that redefines modern bridge design. The Shenzhen Zhongshan Link stretches nearly 24 kilometers across the Pearl River Delta, connecting two major powerhouse cities. Instead of relying on a single massive bridge, engineers built a hybrid system: long-span bridges, artificial islands, and a submerged underwater tunnel. This wasn't a stylistic choice. The Pearl River Delta is one of the world's most heavily trafficked shipping corridors, and a traditional bridge would have disrupted maritime traffic. So the central section runs deep beneath shipping lanes. Gigantic prefabricated tunnel segments, each weighing tens of thousands of tons, were floated into position and carefully lowered onto the seabed. Since opening in 2024, travel time between Shenzhen and Zhongshan has dropped from more than 2 hours to around 30 minutes. Far from the coast, another project is quietly transforming southern China's logistics network. The Pinglu Canal, now under construction in Guangxi, is designed to connect the inland city of Nanning directly to the South China Sea. Once completed, the canal will stretch about 130 kilometers, giving landlocked cities direct access to global maritime trade. Construction began in 2022, and the scale is enormous. More than 300 million cubic meters of material must be moved, rivaling the excavation volumes of the Panama and Suez Canals. New locks, reshaped rivers, and advanced water-level control systems are all being built. If completed as planned, the canal will reshape regional trade routes and turn Nanning into a de facto coastal port city. China's rail expansion continues at extraordinary speed. One of the clearest examples is Chongqing East Railway Station, now the largest passenger railway station in the world. Covering roughly 1.2 million square meters, it's larger than many international airports. The station sits at the intersection of multiple high-speed rail corridors, allowing passengers to travel towards cities like Chengdu, Xi'an, and Wuhan. With 15 platforms and 29 tracks, it's designed to handle massive passenger volumes with minimal congestion. Construction began in 2018, and by 2025, the station was already operational. That speed was made possible through heavy automation, including robotic welding, automated concrete finishing, and AI-assisted drones monitoring progress across the site. China isn't just building big infrastructure, it's pushing the limits of renewable energy technology. One striking example is its 26-megawatt offshore wind turbine, currently the most powerful single wind turbine ever built. Standing 185 meters tall with a massive 310-meter rotor diameter, a single turbine can generate enough electricity to power around 55,000 homes. That output surpasses many offshore turbines that haven't even reached the market yet. Scaled across entire wind farms, machines like this could dramatically accelerate China's shift away from fossil fuels. Water scarcity remains one of China's biggest long-term challenges. The Central Yunnan Water Diversion Project is a bold attempt to address it. The system diverts water from the Jinsha River and transports it across the province through a network of tunnels exceeding 600 kilometers in length. More than 90% of the system runs underground, cutting through some of the most complex geology in the country. The project includes the world's longest water tunnel and the largest underground pump station ever built. Once fully operational, it's expected to supply water to around 11 million people. China is also combining speed, scale, and architectural ambition. The Greater Bay Area Sports Center, designed by Zaha Hadid Architects, showcases this approach. Construction began in 2023, and within just 2 years, athletes were already competing inside the complex. The development includes a 60,000-seat stadium, a 20,000-seat indoor arena, and an Olympic standard aquatic center. Located at the heart of the Greater Bay Area, the complex serves an interconnected megaregion of more than 86 million people. Nuclear energy remains central to China's long-term energy strategy. The Xiong'an nuclear power plant uses China's domestically developed Hualong-1 reactor design. Once fully operational, it's expected to generate around 55 terawatt-hours of electricity per year. That's enough to supply roughly half the electricity demand of the nearby city of Ningbo. Analysts estimate the plant could reduce carbon dioxide emissions by around 45 million tonnes annually. In some cases, China's projects push engineering into extreme environments. The Huajiang Canyon Bridge now holds the title of the highest bridge ever built. Soaring 625 meters above the ground and spanning nearly 3 kilometers, it crosses one of the deepest gorges on Earth. Traditional construction methods were impossible at this height. Instead, engineers used the bridge's main cables as aerial transport lines, sliding massive deck sections into place from the towers. Completed in just 3.5 years, the bridge has cut travel times across the canyon by more than an hour. About 100 kilometers south of Beijing, China is building an entirely new megacity. Xiong'an New Area is designed to relieve pressure from the capital and rebalance regional development. Government offices have already relocated. Transport links are active, and more than 1 million people now live there. By 2035, planners aim to grow the population to 5 million, supported by smart infrastructure, integrated green spaces, and advanced water management. The city is designed as a sponge city, capable of absorbing and reusing rainwater to reduce both flooding and shortages. At the top of China's most ambitious projects is the Sichuan, Tibet Railway. Stretching more than 1,600 kilometers, it will connect Chengdu with Lhasa in just 13 hours. The challenge isn't the distance, it's the terrain. The railway crosses earthquake zones, deep gorges, and elevations above 4,000 meters. Some sections are so high that trains will require onboard oxygen systems. Over 90% of the most difficult segment consists of tunnels and bridges. When completed, it will be one of the most technically demanding railways ever built and one of the most spectacular journeys on Earth. China's megaprojects show just how fast the world is changing. And this is only the beginning. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's most ambitious engineering projects, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.